Eli Valentine.
But it's usually.
I was getting rid of.
Wow, but like a finger. It was like in my head though, and it wasn't real.
She's the teenager? She looks kind of 35. I don't know about a teenager, right?
This is an act. The woman you're looking at has just stabbed her ex-boyfriend 19 times and is now trying to manipulate the police to avoid jail time. She's been
What?
caught standing over her ex-boyfriend's body with a bloody pair of scissors in her hand.
I still a teenager?
Where did you get the scissors from? Do you remember?
It was right next to him on the
sofa?
She's trying to convince the police that she's insane, but little to her knowledge, her ex actually survived the attack and is ready to tell police everything they need to put her in jail for life.
That girl ain't under the age of 19.
Survives the attack and is ready to tell police everything they need.
Hold on. Before we went, I'm not gonna pause that many times, right? This video is 18 minutes long. I'm telling y'all, this can be less than a 20-minute reaction, right? I'm telling y'all, less than 20 minutes. So, if a little talks crazy girl, okay, this is too far. So, it's 2:41 for me right now, right? It's 2:41. I will be done with the reaction by 3 p.m., okay? I'm telling y'all. Anyways, this girl is not in her 20s. I mean, not in her teens at all. He did survive.
We're in jail for life.
Help me, please. Please help.
Yep, ambulance is downstairs.
On the morning of February 18th, 2023,
Oh,
22-year-old Morgan Taylor Lunge grabbed a pair
Oh,
of...
22. Yo, Tyler, why y'all lying to me for, bro? I mean, you gotta get the views. It's my fault. You're right. You're right. You gotta get the views, I guess, bro. Like, shit. How you survive? I don't
scissors
know.
and plunged them repeatedly into her ex-boyfriend's back, shoulders, chest, face, and hands. It sounds...
Back, wait, say that again? I'm trying to see it. Back, shoulder, what?
them repeatedly into her ex-boyfriend's back, shoulders, chest, face, and...
Back, shoulder, chest. So I guess no, like, real damaging parts. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, no, like, I guess no, I don't know.
hands. It sounds like a scene straight from a nightmare, but the cops will soon discover that that isn't even the worst part. As her ex-boyfriend lies on the verge of death, officers try to make
hands. Yeah, that seems more possible. I don't know if her to survive that. I guess still getting fucking stabbed 19 whoever's amount of time is still crazy to survive. But I'm assuming with no vital organs, whoever, you know what I'm saying. So I guess it makes sense on how he survived this.
Sense of this horrific scene, all while Morgan tries to throw them off the scent by lying and manipulating them.
Right, is it just the three of you? Okay.
Help me, please. Please help.
Yep, ambulance is downstairs. 430, you can come up.
Copy.
Everything's calm.
Oh, I'm getting lightheaded, bro. Like I need help.
Where's my brother?
He's downstairs.
Please help
Can you
me.
tell him to calm me down, please?
Have you got shoes or something you can...
No, they're downstairs.
Okay.
Oh, please.
Stop, no.
Who are you saying stop to?
Morgan lives here with her baby and ex-boyfriend, who was preparing to move out. Sometime after 6 a.m., Morgan woke and took their daughter to her playpen in the living room where her ex-boyfriend sleeps.
No.
You remember coming out here?
We're coming out here again.
What show was this back came out for? I'm distracted what show they're watching out for.
Okay.
I think that's bad.
I got around at 6.
And then you went back to bed. Is that right?
Yeah, I went back to bed. I didn't get much sleep last night. I don't know why.
Okay.
And then I finally fell asleep.
And you what?
I finally fell asleep and I was seeing all these weird things. Oh no, blood all over.
It's all funny.
But you don't remember coming back out, but you do remember seeing something.
It was like in my head though, and it wasn't real.
Things are allegedly hazy for Morgan, and she claims she only has a vague recollection of watching her ex get up from the couch and scream at their daughter, leading to the terrifying scene that police are faced with now. If this seems unbelievable, it only gets worse as the cops question her further. But that's because she's trying to claim insanity as a gambit to avoid jail entirely.
And that's what I was like, what is going on?
Whoa.
I didn't know what was
Yo,
happening.
I watched one of those A&E fucking courtroom escape videos, but I can't on YouTube. Actually, I'm at it on Kick later on. No, not tonight, but on a different day. Those A&E court videos would be hilarious.
Can you describe for me what
It'd be
you
hilarious.
saw?
It was like, I don't know, it was like something black. But it was like, then I was like, is he attacking the thing that I saw? I don't know, I was all confused. Like I was I thought I saw something that wasn't happening.
But it gets even stranger when she claims a dark figure appeared and started attacking her ex. She claims she was so scared she tried to kill it, but was actually stabbing her ex-boyfriend without realizing. Morgan's not making any sense.
Right.
Thankfully, there's someone else staying with them, Morgan's brother, Ethan, and he heard the whole thing go
Oh
down.
shit. What's going on, man? Now, would you lie for your sister, bruh? Bro, she was actually crazy. She wouldn't be trying to cuss the class. She gets much fun. Like, if I'm the brother, am I lying for my sister? I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm probably am. I can't lie. That's, you know what I'm saying? That's good. I don't know. I'm probably gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I'm freaking out.
Okay, is that your sister?
Yes.
Okay, so what happened?
I'm just sleeping.
You were sleeping, okay.
Sleeping, and I just hear screaming. I thought they were just fighting like normal. Then it starts getting loud.
Normal.
What the hell?
Was he screaming back at her?
It was kind of like a, get off me, help. They're on top of each other.
What do you mean on? They both on top of each other?
Might be for your parents.
On top of her trying to take his knife out of her hand or something. I don't know.
Okay, so, how was she positioned? When you say when he was on top of her, was he like straddling her?
Yeah, he like had her wrist down.
And then holding her wrist, like straddling her, like that? Okay. Was he bleeding area at that time?
Yeah.
Where was he bleeding? Where'd you see?
His arm and stuff, and then I had seen the couch.
Was she saying anything at this time?
She's just freaking out. I don't know. She said she didn't know what happened. That she was seeing stuff, having a dream or something, and then realized it was real.
Okay, does she suffer from mental health?
I think since she's had a kid, because they.
That's their kid?
Yeah.
Okay, so you think since she had a kid?
Yeah.
Hi.
You trying to say hi, huh?
Even her own brother seems skeptical about her story, and from what he describes, it sounds like Morgan was attacking her ex-boyfriend without provocation. And if she's been seeing strange visions as she claims, then it's news to Ethan. The cops need answers, and the only person who can give them what they need right now is their main and only suspect, Morgan.
Do you take any other medication right now?
No.
Okay. Had you been drinking at all last night?
No.
No?
I was just at work today.
Okay. And you would not be in any trouble for it at all, but have you used any kind of recreational drugs?
No.
Not even like simple things like weed or anything like that?
No.
No?
Only vape, that's all I do.
Okay.
Vapes, girl.
No. I should have got help. I should have got help. Listen, I should have told people though.
How long have you had those?
Like a
experiences?
year, or like a half of a year, I don't know.
Half of a year?
Like this past year it started happening, I don't know.
You're 21?
Yeah.
Whenever you see things
I
like
need
that,
my dad to come. Oh my god.
so whenever you see these things, how do you feel?
I just felt like my heart was beating really fast. I was really scared. And I feel like completely somebody else.
You feel like somebody else?
It's not even me. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that.
It's common for new mothers to go through a bout of postnatal depression, and symptoms can include mood swings, feeling overwhelmed,
Now, that is
breathless,
true.
and having a
What
general
do you
lack of
say?
energy. But it's unlikely Morgan would have experienced hallucinations.
Right.
That would be down to a much more serious condition, known as postnatal psychosis. And from what she's about to say, it sounds like this could be a perfect example of it.
Bro.
Do you usually see the same thing?
And I feel like
No.
somebody else. I feel like it's not even me.
If you had to physically describe what you were seeing, like big or small, black or white, gray, blue, whatever,
Like a blob.
Like a blob.
like a blob.
Like a black blob.
Black
A
blob.
blob, but like a figure.
Okay. So you see a dark figure, but it doesn't look like a person. Am I understanding that right? It's just sort of the shape
And I
of
could hear him. And then I came out and I saw something, like, over him. So I don't know, like, what was, like, real and what's not real. What was,
Okay.
I don't know if I was dreaming. No,
But it's
no,
usually-
I would never do that. I would never
Right.
do that. Yeah.
But it's usually that same sort of dark figure that you see?
Yeah, but there's something in my head. It's not like, I don't know how to explain it.
Where did you get the scissors from? Do you remember?
Black blob
It was
versus
right
not a
next
white
to
blob. Okay, alright.
And we didn't, like, go looking and they're like, it was
So-
right there. 'Cause
When I came in, he was sitting over here. Is that where he was sitting when you came in?
But there's a problem. Postnatal psychosis can affect anyone who recently became a mother. It usually happens within days of giving birth, and in edge cases, it can happen up to 6 weeks after. But almost a year after giving birth, that's almost unheard of, and definitely would have been noticed by those around her. With her ex-boyfriend still incapacitated, expected to die, and obviously unable to talk, no one can be sure if she's telling the truth.
Did you call 911?
I was trying to, and then he couldn't get the phone unlocked, and he can call work at the mental health institute. And I feel like ever since I started working there, like, because I talk to the patients a lot, and I feel like it's just like getting in my head. And I talk to people at work about it without like saying anything. Like like, do people ever get affected by this? And like, have you ever seen anybody that works here be affected by it? And they, like, all of them have said that, yeah, like they see people be affected by it. I don't know, and I just feel like something just changed in me since then. Is Dad telling me anything?
The story isn't making any sense, so all the officers can do is head to the station and try to get to the bottom of how this girl seemingly lost control completely and resorted to murder.
I'm going to acknowledge that this process is super uncomfortable, and it may feel at times that you're being treated like you're like a piece of evidence or something, but the reality is no one here is judging you or thinks you're a bad person. It's just the nature of things that we have to collect all the
Get the
information.
tissues.
Thank you.
We are going to have to take the sweatshirt though because it has blood on it and it was on you at the time.
Clothing is often one of the most crucial parts of any police investigation. It
Duh.
can not only
Yeah.
help reveal what actually went down, but can provide information that may or may not contradict a suspect's story. In this case, Morgan has already admitted to the attack, but it will still help corroborate her story and might even prove one of the many lies that she'll start to spin throughout the interrogation. That is, if her victim doesn't do it himself.
This is like saying that I'm not having a life.
Correct. But again, if you want one,
Fun fact: I took a CPR class, 7th grade of high school. No, 7th grade of school. Yeah, fun fact. I had the certificate, but I think it expired. Like so. Anyways,
at one point, you can certainly
I don't know. I've
stop.
never been in this situation before. I don't know. Like what? Oh, come in.
If you're willing to get a blood draw from you, I don't suspect that you're under the influence of any drugs or alcohol. But I just talked to the district attorney and they advised that that would be a good idea.
It's a perfectly normal procedure to test a suspect for drugs and alcohol, and it can often help explain how someone might have lost control in a situation
brother sauce too.
like this. But if it turns out she's sober, then she's going to have an awful lot of trouble explaining this away. When she's allowed to call her father, he can't make any sense of what's happened, but still tries to defend his daughter despite the horrifying situation.
Hey,
Which
Dad.
is expected. That's expected.
Yeah. Hi.
You're on speakerphone.
Yeah.
Am I supposed to like get a lawyer? Do you think before talking, or I was told I was allowed to ask you?
It's hard. I mean, anytime I would say yes, but I feel like, I mean, I don't mean to say this mean, but
Get
you've
the
been
lawyer.
having like part of stuff.
I know.
It seems like you're not yourself, but I don't know what even happened over there. So I think you probably need a public defender because, is it something they can get you right away because you want to resolve this? If you need to go to a mental hospital or like get evaluated, you need to get that today. So is it something they would be able to get you today?
Sir, this detective artist, if you had a private attorney, that's not impossible, but very difficult being a Saturday.
Right.
But I would say it's almost impossible to get one here for her, like right now or today.
I understand that. I hate this because I know that she's having mental health issues, so I feel
Oh,
I'm
father?
obviously worried that when police arrive, they're looking at criminal right away when I know she's been having problems. So if I knew, Morgan, are you there? Do you feel okay to talk to them about an attorney? Or would you want to wait
Yes,
to have an attorney?
our brother's okay.
No, I feel okay. I just wanted to see what you thought was
You
that.
Can I
okay?
come there as her, like she has a representative with her, can I come there with her?
Sure, if you want.
Morgan, you're not yourself. You're not yourself. You didn't do this on purpose.
I did it on purpose.
If Morgan is experiencing serious mental health problems, then her family would know about this better than anyone. But
Right.
other than potential depression, nobody seems to have heard of her strange visions until this very morning, casting doubt on whether Morgan is being as honest as she claims, or whether she's trying to escape an attempted murder charge by pretending to be crazy.
Your sister, like fighting, arguing, anything?
Just arguing.
When was that?
Just every once in a while, just random arguments.
Just normal relationship stuff?
Yeah.
Or do you know why you sleep on the couch? Or
Just because they're arguing.
so they're arguing a lot then? Or
I don't know, I think they're just breaking up or something. But they only argue, like,
do you know why they're breaking up? Or?
I think she feels like he's treating her like right.
If she's going to convince anyone she's insane, then she's going to have to prove that she was incapable of either knowing the nature of her act, understanding the nature of her act, or distinguishing between right and wrong at the time of the crime.
Was she talking about that before the baby was born or while she was pregnant? Or
No. I never really seen her when she was pregnant, but
Okay.
not that I know of.
so after the baby was born, what was she talking about?
Like if she would get sad or something, she would bring it up and not with it. We didn't know, if she's just saying this or what, but she definitely started acting like different. Not being as active, really showing her emotions, I guess. She'll be crying out of the blue or something, or yelling, which is just stuff I've never seen.
And so she's discussed postpartum. Has she gone to the doctor about it for her?
I'm not sure if she's ever gone to the doctor, but she's told me and my family members about it.
Did she talk about seeing images or things or anything?
I don't think so.
No.
The more the cops learn, the more there appears to be deception at work. This is starting to sound a lot less like a mental breakdown and more like a consequence of two people growing further and further apart, ending in a violent and brutal way.
But definitely breaking up, like trying to get their own apartment.
And how long has that been going on? That they've basically broken up and decided they're going their separate ways.
I mean, it's hard to tell because they're so on and off. It's definitely a solid month that they've been distant.
Kind of more roommates than boyfriend
Yeah.
girlfriend.
Of course, there's one person who can help solve this mystery, her ex-boyfriend. Miraculously, he managed to survive the attack, and after he recovered, he was more than willing to talk. He backs up the story that things between the couple had completely broken down and mentions that this was far from the first time Morgan had been violent. Her ex-boyfriend alleges she'd hit him several times and that they were constantly arguing. In fact, it was her violent attitude that made him want to leave in the first place, and he was close to moving out and moving on. Even when her father arrives, he seems stunned at the claims his daughter has made.
She's had postpartum depression since she had the baby, and like my wife was a social worker for years, and like program director and stuff, and she kept saying like she's having like mental health issues, and I would bounce around it with her, but I didn't want to like accuse her of having like mental problems and stuff, so I never pushed it far enough to like make her go get help. But as far as today goes, like Ethan said, and I saw her too, it was like it seemed like she wasn't even there. She's just been like, I know she's been crying out of the blue, like she'll just start bawling for like nothing's going on, she'll start bawling like she's when I say she said weird things, I mean she'll say weird things to me.
Bro, right off, I can't wear the North Faces like this. Anyways,
anything, I just let it go because I know she's having like mental issues, so I don't want to say the wrong thing.
What do you mean by weird things?
Just weird. Like she'll not just like it's weird, not like weird crazy stuff, but like talking about stuff that we weren't talking about or something. And like it's just like she's different. She's way different. And then I'm pissed at myself because we wanted her to get a good job and everything, and now she's like, now that this happened, I'm thinking, I told my wife, how stupid are we? Like we encouraged her to go work at the mental health facility because my wife was a program director there for a long time. And we thought it's a great job, it's a state job. I ran a prison for a living, so we're like, we know it's a good job.
Prison,
We never thought for 1 second about like the stuff that she was going to be reading and hearing about, people she was going to be talking to when she's having her own issues already. It was stupid.
Okay.
I never even thought about that.
But Morgan wasn't fooling anyone and was unable to successfully manipulate the cops. She was found guilty of aggravated battery and sentenced to 7 years and 6 months in prison for stabbing her ex-boyfriend 19 times in his sleep, and must also serve 5 years of extended supervision upon release.
Only 70 years. I wonder if the husband passed away, how much time she ever got in there. That'll be Dr. Insanity.
Down on myself, hope you're doing well.